the French Foreign Legion, the most mysterious military force on Earth, and you're about to see every single weapon they've used in combat, from 1831 to today. The Lebel rifle that changed warfare, the iconic famous bullpup, the modern HK416. We're covering bolt actions, machine guns, sniper rifles, and even anti-tank weapons. This is the complete arsenal. Let's dive in. The bolt action era, 1831 to 1945. Lebel model, 1886. The rifle that changed warfare forever. This was the first military rifle to use smokeless powder, giving French soldiers a massive advantage. In the scorching African deserts, legionnaires carried this 8mm beast through Morocco, Madagascar, and countless colonial campaigns. At 4.2 kilograms fully loaded, it was heavy but deadly accurate out to 400 meters. Berthier rifles, 1890s to 1940s. The rugged workhorse that replaced the Lebel. These rifles came in multiple variants: carbine, rifle, and even cavalry versions. During World War I, the Legion fought at Verdun and the Somme with Berthier in hand. The 3-round Mannlicher clip was faster to reload than the Lebel's tube magazine. Chambered in 8mm level, this rifle served the Legion faithfully for over 40 years. MAS 36, France's last bolt-action service rifle and a Legion favorite. Introduced in 1936, this short 7.5 by 54mm rifle was perfect for paratroopers and mechanized infantry. At just 1.02 meters long and weighing 3.7 kilograms, it was incredibly handy in tight spaces. The Legion used these during the Battle of Dien Bien Phu in 1954, where outgunned French forces fought to the last round. The MAS 36 was so reliable it stayed in Legion armories until the 1980s as a reserve weapon. But bolt actions could only take you so far. When World War II erupted, the Legion needed firepower that could match the enemy's automatic weapons. World War II and the transition, 1939 to 1954. MAC 24/29 light machine gun, known as the heart of every Legion squad. This 7.5 by 54mm machine gun was the French answer to the Bar and Bren. Weighing 9 kilograms, it could be carried by one soldier and provided sustained fire support. The top-mounted 25-round magazine made it easy to reload while prone. In North Africa, this weapon kept firing through sandstorms when other guns seized up. The Legion trusted it completely. Captured German weapons. After World War II, the Legion found themselves using enemy weapons. The MP-40 submachine gun became common in Legion hands during the chaotic post-war years. Its 9mm punch and 32-round magazine made it perfect for close quarters. The devastating MG-42 machine gun, with its insane 1,200 rounds per minute fire rate, was mounted on Legion vehicles throughout the 1940s and early 1950s. The war taught the Legion a brutal lesson. Semi-automatic and automatic fire wins battles. France needed modern weapons fast. Indochina and Algeria, 1946 to 1962. Métis 49, submachine gun. The Legion's absolute favorite close quarters weapon. This 9mm submachine gun featured a brilliant folding magazine design. When not in use, the magazine folded forward under the barrel, making it incredibly compact. Weighing just 3.5 kilograms empty and 4.1 kilograms loaded with 32 rounds, it was perfect for jungle warfare. Legion paratroopers jumping into Dien Bien Phu carried MAT 49s. In the tight streets of Algiers during the Battle of Algiers, this weapon was everywhere. It could fire 600 rounds per minute and was utterly reliable, even when caked in mud or sand. MAS 49/56 semi-automatic rifle. France's answer to the American M1 Garand. This 7.5 by 54mm semi-automatic rifle gave Legionnaires serious firepower. The direct impingement gas system was simple and reliable. At 4.7 kilograms loaded with a 10-round magazine, it was heavier than the MAS 36, but the firepower was worth it. Legion sharpshooters loved the detachable scope mount that turned it into an effective designated marksman rifle. During the Algerian War, these rifles were in the hands of every Legion patrol. A A-52 machine gun, nicknamed La Nana, the Nanny, this 7.5 by 54mm general-purpose machine gun became legendary. Later converted to 7.62mm NATO, it provided devastating suppressive fire. The belt-fed system meant continuous fire, 900 rounds per minute that could reach out 1,000 meters. Mounted on jeeps, APCS, and tripods, the AA-52 served the Legion from the 1950s through the 1990s. In Chad, during Operation Manta in 1983-84, Legion machine gunners used AA-52s to hold off massive Libyan armor columns. Semi-automatic rifles were good, but the future belonged to assault rifles. France was about to do something radical, something no other major military had tried. The bullpup revolution. The FAMAS era, 1978 to 2017. FAMAS F1, Le Clairon, the Bugle, changed everything. In 1978, France adopted this futuristic 5.56mm bullpup rifle, and the Legion got the first shipment. Why bullpup? By placing the action behind the trigger, you get a full-length 488mm barrel in a weapon only 757mm long, shorter than most carbines but with rifle performance. Weighing just 3.6 kilograms empty, Legionnaires could carry it all day. The 25-round magazine and 1,100 rounds per minute cyclic rate made it devastating in firefights. The FAMAS wasn't perfect, it was expensive to manufacture, and the lever-delayed blowback system was complex. But in Legion hands during operations in Lebanon, 1982 to 1984, Kolwezi rescue operation, and throughout Africa, it proved itself. That distinctive carrying handle with built-in sight became iconic. Every Legionnaire trained extensively with the FAMAS, mastering its quirks. FAMAS G2. The improved version arrived in 1995. The French Navy and Marines wanted NATO magazine compatibility, so the G2 accepted standard Stanag magazines instead of the proprietary F1 mags. The trigger guard was enlarged for gloved hands, and the rifle was slightly heavier at 3.8 kilograms. Some Legion units adopted it, though many preferred their trusted F1 models. The distinctive sound of a FAMAS on full auto, that high-pitched buzz, became the signature of French military operations worldwide. F1 sniper rifle. When the Legion needed precision, they reached for this 7.5 by 54mm bolt-action rifle. Based on the MAS 36 action but heavily modified, the FRF1 featured a bipod, wooden stock, and scope mounting for the APXL 806-4X scope. Effective range was 800 meters with match-grade ammunition. Legion snipers used these during the dramatic rescue operation in Kolwezi, Zaire in 1978, where accurate fire saved hundreds of European civilians from rebels. FRF2. The upgraded version chambered in 7.62mm NATO for better range and stopping power. The thermal sleeve barrel prevented heat shimmer from affecting accuracy. Composite stock replaced wood, and it could mount night vision optics. Legion snipers deployed FRF2s in Sarajevo during the Bosnian War, in Africa throughout the 1990s, and in Afghanistan in the 2000s. One shot, one kill, the Legion sniper motto. The FAMAS served for nearly 40 years, but by 2010 it was clear France needed a new rifle. The answer came from Germany. Modernization. The HK era, 2017 to present. HK416F. The new king of Legion firepower. After decades with the FAMAS, France shocked everyone by adopting a German rifle. The HK416F, F for France, is chambered in 5.56mm NATO and uses a short-stroke gas piston system, far more reliable than direct impingement. With a 419mm barrel, it's incredibly accurate out to 600 meters. The full-length Picatinny rail system means Legionnaires can mount optics, lasers, lights, and forward grips exactly how they want. Weighing 3.6 kilograms empty and 4.35 kilograms loaded with a 30-round magazine, it's comfortable for extended operations. The ambidextrous controls make it perfect for left and right-handed shooters. The telescoping stock adjusts for different body armor configurations. Most importantly, it's brutally reliable. The HK416 has been torture tested in deserts, jungles, and Arctic conditions. Legion units deployed to Mali, the Sahel, and French Guiana now carry HK416Fs as standard. The era of the bullpup is over. FN Minimi. Belgium's gift to squad automatic weapons. Adopted by the Legion in the 1980s and still going strong, this 5.56mm belt-fed machine gun provides incredible sustained firepower. Weighing 6.8 kilograms empty and 8.2 kilograms with 200 round box, it's the backbone of fire support. The quick change barrel system means a trained gunner can swap barrels in under 10 seconds when it overheats. Rate of fire is 750 to 1,000 rounds per minute, and effective range extends to 800 meters. Every Legion section has at least one Minimi gunner. FN Mag M240. When the Legion needs serious firepower, they mount the Mag. This 7.62mm NATO belt-fed machine gun is the gold standard for sustained fire. Weighing 11.8 kilograms, it's usually mounted on vehicles or heavy tripods. The gas-operated system is incredibly reliable, and the 950 rounds per minute fire rate combined with 1,800 meter effective range makes it devastating. Legion armored vehicles, helicopters, and defensive positions all rely on MAG firepower. In Afghanistan and Africa, the MAG has saved countless Legion lives. Modern rifles dominate the battlefield, but what about when Legionnaires need a sidearm or specialized weapon? Sidearms and special purpose weapons, 1960s to present. FAMAS G1. For decades, this was the standard Legion sidearm. The French-made version of the Beretta 92, chambered in 9mm with a 15-round magazine. Weighing 970 grams empty, it was reliable and accurate out to 50 meters. Legion officers and vehicle crews carried these throughout the FAMAS era. Glock 17 Gen 5, the new standard. France officially adopted the Austrian Glock to replace the FAMAS in 2020. The Gen 5 features improved ergonomics, no finger grooves, ambidextrous slide stop, and the legendary Glock reliability. With 17+1 capacity of 9mm rounds, it gives Legionnaires serious firepower in a sidearm. Weighing just 710 grams loaded, it's light enough to carry all day. Every Legion combat soldier now receives a Glock 17, PGM Hécate II. When the Legion needs to destroy something from extreme distance, they bring out this monster. Chambered in .50 BMG, 12.7 by 99mm, this bolt-action anti-materiel rifle weighs 13.8 kilograms and stretches 1.38 meters long. But that weight and size deliver incredible power. Effective range is 1,800 meters, and it can punch through engine blocks, light armor, and fortifications. The muzzle brake reduces recoil significantly, though firing this beast is still an experience. Legion snipers in Afghanistan used Hécate IIs to eliminate Taliban positions from extreme range. The weapon can also be used for explosive ordnance disposal, shooting IEDs from safe distances. AT-4 anti-tank rocket, Swedish designed, French adopted. This 84mm single-shot disposable launcher gives every Legion squad immediate anti-armor capability. Weighing 6.7 kilograms, one soldier can carry it and engage tanks out to 300 meters. The shaped charge warhead can penetrate 420mm of armor. In Mali and Central African Republic, Legion units used AT-4s against technical vehicles and fortified positions with devastating effect. LGI-ML F1 grenade, the standard French fragmentation grenade. Weighing 265 grams with a 60-gram explosive charge, it has a lethal radius of 10 meters and can wound out to 25 meters. The 3.5-second fuse gives enemies no time to react. Every Legionnaire carries at least 2 of these on operations. The verdict. Which weapon defined the legend? After covering over 70 years of Legion weapons, 3 stand out as truly iconic. Third place, MAS 36, the bolt-action rifle that served through France's toughest colonial wars. Reliable, simple, and deadly. Second place, MAT 49, the submachine gun that became synonymous with French paratroopers and the Legion's lightning-fast operations. First place, FAMAS F1. Nothing says French Foreign Legion like the bullpup that served for 40 years. From the deserts of Chad to the jungles of French Guyana, Le Clairon was there. From 19th century bolt actions to 21st century German engineering, the French Foreign Legion has always carried the tools necessary to survive the world's most dangerous missions. These weapons aren't just steel and plastic, they're the difference between life and death for soldiers with no country to call home. Which weapon would you trust in the Sahara Desert or the jungles of Africa? Drop your pick in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe for more Elite Forces breakdowns, and check out my Navy SEALs weapons video on screen right now.